Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Looking over the numbers again, Greg, Wiggins logged a ton of minutes as a rookie, over 36 minutes a game, Clark. That led all rookies in the NBA.
And how about leading everybody in the league in minutes played after the All-Star break, Kevin? Almost 40 minutes a game is what he averaged after the All-Star.
Spurs passing it around. And it's Green missing. Here's Schroeder. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Thunder have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Rebound, San Antonio.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over
Nice
it.
pass there. Good job to get it up quick.
Left side Durant to the inside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Westbrook dishes to Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The Thunder leading by 3. Pass to Ibaka. From deep. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Wiggins kicks to Towns. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Thompson. And the rejection by Leonard. And Thompson kicks to Durant. The dish to Ibaka. Towns with the steal. Up the floor. Here's Green. Over to the wing. Here's Roberson. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Now, here's Green. And the dunk by Towns.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And, guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Daniel Green. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for the Thunder. Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Towns. And it's C.J. Miles in for Kawhi Leonard. Then for the Thunder, Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Allen subbed in for Durant. Well, as Greg was just talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Lowry kicks to Cantor. San Antonio again missing. Collison the pass to Waiters. No good with the triple. Spurs trailed by 3. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Westbrook. Lowry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Allen kicks it over to Schroeder. Moves back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
That's good from Collison. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court. You know, on the topic of Nick Collison's shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
Azili gets the bucket.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused, unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
Spurs trailed by 3. It's Westbrook with the drive. Lowry dishes to Plumlee. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Ball's knocked loose. Allen with it. Westbrook picks him up. Good on the shot. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. Here's Lowry. Ray Allen picking up that last basket. Here's Cantor. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your Spurs.
That's good from Cantor.
At the line for 2.
And Cantor drops them both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Pass to Waiters. Stolen by Miles. And here we go. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Lowry.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Emphatic throwdown there.
That one reverberated throughout the building.
Nothing soft about his approach at the attack.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Oklahoma City out in front, up 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Spurs trail by 3. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Ezeli in at the 5 spot. Here's Lowry. Towns. And they're able to recover. The Thunder shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Durant kicks it over to Schroeder. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Fires for 3. The shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. For the finish. And Wiggins throws it down.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Here's Marjanovic. And the first shot of the night for him missing. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Roberson the pass to Ibaka. And stolen by Wiggins. And the dunk by Towns.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Thompson's checked in. Oklahoma City trailing.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Durant kicks to Ibaka. Wiggins with some nice D. It's stolen by Schroeder. Ibaka. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Thunder lead by 1. Lowry dishes to Towns. The shot will not go. Good D by Thompson. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ibaka, the pass to Roberson. They get it back. And San Antonio shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And Wiggins throws it down.
Boy, there's a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's going to stop that.
Not when he comes in with the tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Goodness, you cannot punch it any harder than that.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Lowry kicks to Wiggins. Dishes it to Towns. Wiggins passes to Towns. Stolen by Thompson. One-on-one fast break. And the pass to Schroeder. Fires from deep. San Antonio with the rebound.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
That's good.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Timeout Spurs.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Towns. Cantor comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Thunder also changing it up. Waiters, he's checked in for Ibaka. And Allen subbed in for Andre Robertson. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, And you're talking about a very, very valuable play.
Good point. Here's Westbrook. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Thompson dishes to Waiters. And it's Schroeder missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything.
That is just nasty. The athleticism on that finish. How about the look on the fans' faces? I mean, they are in shock.
Utterly astounding.
Guys, it's a one-man show and a great one at that.
Spurs leading by 4. And here we go. And Green gets it to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Thunder with some changes. Mazzilli comes in for Thompson. And it's Ibaka in for Dennis Schroeder. .132 left in the first half. Now here's Waiters. Shot to stop the run. Shot's good by Ibaka.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Durant. 5 points in the game. Great D that time from Green.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
That's good. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for San Antonio. Durant, wide open, he fires. Durant with another miss.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
San Antonio making a switch here. 20 seconds left to play here in the half. It's Westbrook with the drive. And the wide open shot from Green. Here's Cantor. And Durant sends it back. Allen kicks to Ibaka. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Miles. And so we conclude the first half. Spurs lead by 10. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. The second half just about to get going here.
Leonard has been playing really well. He's got 10 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Green. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Towns in at the 5. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good. Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
Count the bucket. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter. And guys, as a second-round pick, Danny Green was once an afterthought out of North Carolina. Now, he's one of the most dangerous three-point shooters in the league.
You're right, Kevin. Throughout last season, and 42% from beyond the arc for his career. And great consistency, too. He's been over 41 every season for the past 4.
And Westbrook, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 8 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Talking about Danny Green, he owns one of the better field goal percentages for a volume three-point shooter in the league. And he's a marksman at the charity stripe, too. A valuable role player for any offense.
For Green. And here now the Thunder.
And when you think about Danny Green, he doesn't just hit from downtown. He does it when it counts. Go back to that NBA Finals back in 13, and he made a total of 27 threes, smashing that previous record of 22, and that's coming up big in the biggest moments.
Defensively, they just weren't there. I mean, that's a freebie. Should have been 2 points. Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
And Ibaka kicks to Thompson. Westbrook with the steal. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Collison's out there. Thunder trailing by 17. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City moving it around. Durant just inside the line. And the shot falls short this time.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Towns, no luck. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field here in the third. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
From deep, Morrow. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Lowry has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Lowry's got 11 points.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Checked in for San Antonio. And then for Oklahoma City, Festus Ezeli comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Anthony Morrow. Thunder trailing by 13.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down. That's what we came to see. Aggressive, assertive basketball.
He just threw that one down with as much strength as he could muster.
Just flat out angry.
Assist from.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Spurs leading by 17. Wiggins drives in. From deep three-point range, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. Baseline jumper. And it's Schroeder missing.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. And Allen subbed in for Durant. Stolen by Cantor. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. Westbrook drives in. That drops. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
The Thunder with another miss.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But
at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Spurs out in front, running away with it. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And for the Thunder, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. We've got Thompson. Ibaka is up there with Allen. Then there's Andre Robertson.
a great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Feet to Robertson. Plumlee with the steal. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. That drops. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's Robertson. Buries it from three-point range.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
It's stolen by Schroeder. To the middle. Plumlee with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance.
Boy, you got to love it. The picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprise, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for two.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
Timeouts first.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter.
And Schroeder still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his three-point shot and cut down his turnovers. Those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Allen. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one is on Towns.
And for Schroeder, not a great outside shooter yet, but he's an attack guard. I mean, blinding speed, very slippery, eel-like. He gets into that lane and can make a defense collapse in a heartbeat. That alone is where his value is right now.
And Allen drops them both.
Some great play by Ray Allen tonight. He has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Shooting for San Antonio.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
At the line for 2.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
Durant misses the layup.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
That's good. 10 pointers for Serge Ibaka.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And Towns gets it to go.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Nobody near Allen. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 5th assist in this one. Lowry with the ball, and Allen picks him up defensively. Thunder trailing by 19. Launches a 3. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Wiggins has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Green, the pass to Leonard.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Clark grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And, you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And that one's good.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Azili's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And Mitch McGarry subbed in for Serge Ibaka. And the Thunder with the possession here. Into the playoffs last year with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
That's good.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Lowry kicks to Towns. To the inside. Leonard. And he slams it one-handed.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Durant with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And Durant, here we go.
Kevin Durant.
And he gets it to go. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Leonard. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Boban Marjanovic.
46 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. But they recover it. Allen dishes to Durant. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Kevin Durant.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Here's Marjanovic. The rebound by McGarry.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Outside Durant. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And Allen with the block. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.